I am not a fan of scatological humor. I find it to be kind of tasteless. In my family, we were not raised to talk about bodily functions. If anyone happened to pass gas and we were all in a room together, everyone just stared forward and no one talked about anything at all. Then I met Chris. Fart jokes, poop jokes, whoopee cushions, he thought they were hilarious. And I admired his braveness. And while I was never able to take part of those jokes with him, I did fall in love with him. Today, Chris and I are headed to the hospital. He's about to have several more feet of his insides cut out, and because of this, the doctors have decided to also install a colostomy. They whisk him off to surgery, and they send me to another room to watch a video about the colostomy, which I think is weird because I'm not sure why I'm going to be that involved. It's Chris's colostomy, after all. But as I'm watching the video, I notice that everything is being done to and for the person with the colostomy by a pair of disembodied floating hands. From my perspective, oh no! Am I the person that's in charge of this? Am I the one that has to empty the bags and clean the scrotum? Am I supposed to be doing all this myself? This is all kind of icky. And shouldn't someone have told me this was happening? I mean, no one even mentioned this to me at all. This seems like a lot to be taking on right now at this last minute. The surgery goes well. And that night, they wheel in a cot for me so that I can spend the night in the hospital with Chris. Sometime past midnight, Chris wakes up screaming, "Get a nurse!" So I run to the hallway and say, "Something's wrong, please come help." And 2 nurses come running in. It turns out that Chris had managed to dislodge his colostomy bag as it was erupting. So he's all soiled on the left side of his body in bed. The nurses start cleaning him up, and I can only imagine how disconcerting it must be for Chris to wake with a new orifice on his body that he has no control over and it's going to do whatever it wants to, regardless of whether he wants to or not. And I look at him, and his face is all twisted, and it's twisted with the indignity of the situation. It's twisted with the knowledge that this is our life now. It's twisted with the realization that things are not going to get better. And he starts to cry. The nurses are cleaning him up, and they have no idea what to do in this situation. And I am still dealing with the horror that this is going to be my job when we get back home. I don't have time for a crying Chris right now, so I yell at him. "Hey, shit happens!" Chris whiplashes his head at me. "Did you just make a poop joke?" Yes, I did. Chris turns to the nurse that is closest to him, and he is glowing with pride. 16 years together, and that is his first ever poop joke. Chris then lets out this giant laugh, and I cannot help myself. I start laughing right along with him. And the nurses are looking at each other, trying to decide what is going on here. But there's too much joy. They start laughing with us too. And I know in that instant, this hospital room is the happiest place in this entire hospital complex. As the laughter subsides, I go to stand next to the lead nurse as she starts to train me for my new job. And I look at Chris, and he is not sad, because he knows that I will do anything and everything I can for him. And I have learned that I am more capable than I ever thought possible. I have learned that sometimes biological functions are humorous. And I've learned that love has a weird way of making itself known, even in the crappiest of circumstances.